Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Mr. Fred and Friends. I'm your host, Fred Schultz. I'm with my co-host, Mr. William Bailey, which I will pull up here in a couple of minutes. We got just a great lineup for you guys tonight. I'm always so happy to bring. I just feel blessed that I get special people on this show all the time, and I have some real special people on here tonight. I got to tell you, very happy to have them on. And tonight we are talking big games. You know, I love playing tournaments. I have a great time, but I absolutely love big games. They are just, the pressure's off. It's not like you have to win. You go have a good time with just a bunch of great people. It's just terrific. So real quick, I'll give you my monologue in just a minute here, but I want to bring up my co-host, Mr. William Bailey. What's going on, Billy?
Oh, not much. Another beautiful day in the state of Missouri.
Yeah, and you got that brand new banner behind you.
Yes, I do.
Oh, you are styling.
Yeah, we'll be setting that up outside the museum so people can see what we actually are and hopefully come in.
Oh, yeah. Why wouldn't you want to go in and see all the history you've got?
Everybody goes in, or well, not everybody, but a lot of people go in thinking it's stuff for sale, and then I got to tell them no, and then they get mad and they leave.
Yeah. Well, I got a few things I want to mention real quick tonight before we get to our guest, Bill. First of all, Connor Bryant, he's a friend of all of ours. He's a friend of mine, of Bud Orr's, of Bill's, and he lives in Australia, and he's been in the hospital for quite a while now.
Over a week.
Yeah, and he actually was in the hospital a few weeks ago and got back out, and then now he's back in again.
Yep.
So anyhow, I just want to let everybody know all our prayers going out for you, Connor. We want you to do nothing but get better and get back out there and play some paintball, buddy. And then speaking of prayers, Billy, Gino Posterivo, I've been working on that one, huh?
You'll get it right someday.
Yeah, I know it someday. Anyhow, Gino Posterivo from Belkin, he had a little girl. Him and his wife had a little girl last week. Eugenia is her name. Anyhow, she had to have heart surgery, just a couple of days old. And so the heart surgery went fantastic. Everything was good. And Eugenia's back home now. And we're just all extremely happy. And, people can say prayers don't work, but yeah, I'd like to know what you're going to say when you're dying, I guess. Goodbye. I don't know. I'm going to be praying. I know that much. So, and then real quick, next week, tonight we got a great show tonight. We've got, we're talking big games, and we've got a big game man on tonight, Mr. DJ Panu Fox. And DJ's going to feel good now because when I first put the post out there, I put JD. So anyhow, but I did straighten it out. I know, Bill. I know. I'm going to start letting you handle it so I can blame it.
Oh, no. No part of it. I've got Ed McMahon's chair. I just sit here and laugh. So.
Yeah. At me, though, that's the problem. Yeah. Next week, anyhow, we're gonna talk PBSL next week. Hey, Charles Holton just jumped in. How you doing, buddy? And anyhow, we're going to talk PBSL next week. And Dennis turned the PBSL over. He started it, and he ran it for like 15 years, and he turned it over to here we go, Freddy Lepiton. And so Freddy's going to be on next week from down in Southern California. And then I'm also going to have North Hill's own Mr. Sam Wyrick. Sam's going to be up here, and he's going to be on the show with us, too. And I want to give a quick shout out to Jennifer Montresor. We had her Young Guns on the last 2 weeks, Billy, and they were great, weren't they?
Yep.
I absolutely enjoyed having them on. That was pretty cool. And speaking of the PBSL, real quick, Brent Mitchell Foster is having a PBSL tournament. It's going to be July 18th, so I guess that's going to be pretty darn quick, maybe like next weekend. And yeah, that's what I mean. So anyhow, if you want the information on that, just go to PBSL Colorado at gmail.com. That's PBSL Colorado at gmail.com. and check it out. The PBSL it's a great organization, Billy.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool, and we're definitely looking forward to helping them any way we can, and being a part of it too. So
it gives everybody a chance to play tournament style.
Yeah, it does. You know what's really cool about it though? You show up and they got the cards and everything hanging out there. Yep. So you pick a card. It don't matter who's in your car. You might not play with that guy. Yeah. It's the draw of the cards. And when I first seen that, I was introduced to it last year, and I thought it was about as cool could get. So let's give the shout outs real quick, and then we can drag a couple of these guys on here. Oh man, I thought the bus was finally there to get you.
No.
Oh, okay.
I've got my own van. We've got the lift put in it and everything.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Okay, well, I always start my shout-outs every week with Mr. Tim Schloss. Had Tiger Stripe Camouflage back in the day, and now we have Gateway Paintball. As Tim would say, is 10 minutes from the St. Louis airport. So Mr. Bud Orr and Mr. Bailey here, they went there a few months ago, and they said it's just a fantastic place. And I know Tim's been adding to it ever since. So if you get a chance, and you're in St. Louis, you're going to want to go check it out. So Brent Mitchell Foster just jumped on. Yep, loving the Hey, I just gave you a shout out, buddy. I hope you heard it. So I'm hoping your event really goes great, because I think it's just a terrific thing, Brent. And I got to give my shout out to Mr. Dan and John Colby.
Immortal Air.
Yeah, Immortal Air right here. And obviously, I guess you could see that little banner behind me, too. They've been my sponsors for over 30 years. Absolutely love the guys. Just terrific. And then I always give a shout out to this really special guy that you ain't going to believe it, everybody, but you're going to get to see him and hear him tonight. Mr. Bud Orr. Now, yeah, oh, absolutely. We're talking about legends, aren't we?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's a legend for you right there, period. Probably the top legend. You know what? I mean, if I had a pedestal, I'd have to put him on top. He'd have to be on our shoulders, I think, buddy.
Yeah.
So, because, he's right up in there. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah. And
then Mr. Tom K. Tom K. was my sponsor from Airgun Designs for a lot of years. And I absolutely love the guy. And you're doing good, Billy.
I know.
And Rainey and Juvie Boucher, they had Paintball News back in the day. I mentioned them every week. The reason I mention these people, everybody, is because, a lot of youngsters don't know what really brought the sport up to where this sport is. Without these people I'm mentioning here, there's a good chance it might not even be a sport. And if it was, it would be nothing. I mean, nothing like it is today, period. I mean, just like Bud, look at the marker. And the same way with a guy I'm going to mention a little bit too, Mr. Ross Alexander, same thing. These guys were innovators. Boy, they just took the ball and ran with it. I mean, it's absolutely incredible. And then Mr. Randy Camilla, he was the editor for APG. Very, very good person. Did an awful lot for paintball back in the day. Hey, Bobby Doris, how you doing, buddy? Bobby from up in Canada. Bobby's the one that sent me the little skulls that I put on that autococker that you got for me there. It is beautiful. And then Mr. Jerry Braun. Jerry Braun had Paintball Sports back in the day, and Jerry, he owns a field where we had the Woods Ball a couple of months ago, and it was just a super great time, wasn't it, Billy?
Oh, yeah. It was a blast.
That's one that I'll just remember forever.
Yeah.
And Mr. Jim Lively. Jim, his wife is doing real good. Everybody didn't know it. About a month and a half ago, Linda, his wife, had a heart attack. And anyhow, she's doing real well right now. So we're all really, really happy about that. And Mr. Mark Gong Jr. Mark Gong Jr., I used to say, man, he's a heck of a player. He's 7 years old. Well, he's a heck of a player, but now he's 8 years old. So he had a birthday. So he's getting to be an old guy now, man. So not quite like you and me, Billy, but getting to be old. Yeah. So, we've got some guests hanging out here in the green room.
Heck yeah.
And, Hano's on the East Coast. So, I know Hano's going to get tired because, he's getting old like you and I. I wish I was Hanu's age and in his shape. But anyhow, that's another show. I won't get into that. So, real quick, let's bring up Mr. DJ Hanu Fox.
Hey,
how you doing, Hanu?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good, buddy. How about yourself?
Just relaxing out in Florida.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, tease us right off the bat. I know. I always got to be a jab here. Well, I'm relaxed in California, so it's not.
Yeah, you're in California. It's not bad now. Bill,
you know, Missouri is hurricane-free for 10,000 years.
You know what, though? I don't have to shovel sunshine. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you know what? I'm with you all the way when it comes to that, buddy. I got to tell you.
I put in my time in Wisconsin. I serve my dues.
Oh, you're from Wisconsin?
Yeah.
So am I.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was born in Wisconsin Rapids.
Okay, my wife and I met at going to college at Oshkosh.
Oh, in Oshkosh. My brother lives up in Appleton. I mean, Green Bay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I lived in Appleton for a while, but then I decided to go into service, and next thing I knew, I got out here, and you're right, there was no shoveling out here, and I thought, man, this is pretty cool. I'm taking it. So, and here I am, 100 years later.
Right.
So, yeah, it's pretty cool. So, hey, what do you say we drag this guy on? You might know him. You probably heard of him now, Mr. Bud Orr.
Oh, yeah.
How you doing this evening, Bud?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on. It's awesome.
Oh, man. Yeah, you're on anytime, that's for sure. Man, even if I got to cut Bill and Hanu off, you're on. I mean, I'll take all three of us off just for you.
them guys are awesome.
Yeah, they are. I love the group I've had on tonight. And then we're going to have Joe on here in just a little bit, and he's having Monte Casino, and you're one of the generals at that. And I got to tell you, I cannot wait to do that. It's going to be excellent. I can't wait to do Hanu's in Hawaii. Oh, man, yeah. that got knocked off last year. My wife tried for a week, so which was good. I got extra work done outside. But this time I think it's going to go off because everything seems to be lightening up. Am I right, Hanu?
Yeah, we're going to be able to do the game.
Cool. So, well, go ahead and tell us what you got coming up because I know you're on the East Coast and it's late.
Yeah, we got 2 games that are coming up. We got Endless Legends at OXCC. Brian Barno out there, great partner, does a lot of stuff for the field for us. It's a real fun game. We do a lot of puzzles and ciphers and physical challenges and stuff like that. It's actually becoming one of our more popular events because of all the extra stuff that we do with it. That it's not just playing paintball while you're out there. You have to do these other activities they're all kind of a means to an end. And so it keeps it entertaining for the players. They get to get really drawn into it and have a good time. And then, like you said, we're going to Hawaii. There's not much you have to do to sell Maui. It's such a beautiful place, and the local players are they're some of the coolest players I've ever been around. They have just such a great attitude when you play out there, and coming from sometimes playing on the East Coast or different places, different attitudes and stuff like that. I've seen guys there get bunkered, stabbed right in the neck as somebody runs by them. They just get them like, "Hey, good play, man," and off they go. I love these guys. They're so cool.
Yeah, that's what I like about big games too. First of all, you get to meet a lot of brand new, really cool people too. So that's something I really enjoy. And real quick, everybody, Gary Jones just chimed in. Gary has a paintball press, and I actually got to meet him when we were out in New York. Bud and Bill and I, and he's a heck of a guy. His paintball press, he does some very, very good things. You know him, Honey?
Yeah. He's a great guy.
Yeah, he really is. He's watching right now, so I just thought I'd give him a shout out because he's a pretty good guy.
Yeah, I see the Cat in the Hats down there too. He comes out to Endless Legends with us. Happy does, and he's always a riot to have around.
Oh yeah, he's pretty good. Yeah, he took quite a few pictures when we were out in New York. I mean, we had a riot out there. I'll tell you who took some pictures. Boy, that was Josh. Oh my gosh,
Silverman.
Yeah. He took over 2,000 pictures on Saturday.
He's such a great guy. He comes to a lot of our games, and we just love it. He's always there if you need an extra hand or anything like that. He's just such a great guy.
No, he's a terrific person, no doubt
Yeah.
about it. Absolutely.
He knows his ice cream.
So the one that's coming up for you right now is in October, I believe, right?
Yeah, the second weekend in October.
Okay, and that is where?
OXCC in Chesapeake City, Maryland.
In Maryland.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a great venue, great time of year to play out there.
Did you have it there last year too? Or
Yeah, we've held it there for the last couple of years. Last year we had two young gun commanders. We had Arwen Odell from the Psycho Clown posse. Her dad is Rojo from them. She came out and competed against another young man out there named Griffin, and she actually won. So she's going to come back and defend her win.
Oh, very good. Well,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. Yeah. You know, the last couple of weeks we've had, actually the last 3 weeks on Bill,
Yeah.
we've had nothing but young gun teams on. You know, first we had the Hermans, which is, you know, Mark Long and Michael Beard's group,
Right.
and they're the spinoff from the OG Ironman. And then the last 2 weeks we had Jennifer Montressor's groups out here. Last week was, Montressor's Marauders. And then the week before, I can't remember the name of the team the week before, but there was not a bad kid in the bunch. I mean, all 3 weeks were just absolutely outstanding with these kids.
Oh yeah, and it's the same mentality. We put kids only missions. We actually give them special armbands when they're under 18, so we can identify them, so they can do special missions throughout the weekend at our games, because we're trying to encourage them into not kind of being wallflowers. Get in there and get involved, take part in it, and it kind of almost force feeds them right into the action of it. And that's our favorite part of it, is seeing the kids get in there, because, you know, like you said, we're not getting any younger. We need some runners out there. Yeah.
Yeah, they're our future. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
And you're
Bill
still
and I,
a
the
kid.
second wave. We show up after the initial fight.
There you go. There you go. That's why I like playing with Bill, because Bill's like a traveling bunker for me. I just stay right behind him. Yeah.
And if you're doing poorly enough, the 50-yard line gets closer to you, so you don't have to go as far.
Yeah, that's when we were in New York. That's when the kid goes. He looks at me, and goes, "I'll see you on the 50-yard line." And I just laughed at him. I go, "Baby, if I make it to the 20, I'm doing good."
Right?
But yeah, we should have been there. It was just a great time. We had a real good time. I know you had an event the same time as that was, so.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun. You know, maybe next year you can jump on one with us.
That'd be great. We were actually kind of talking with Kevin about maybe for scheduling and see how that works out. And it looks pretty positive that we're going to be able to not end up on the exact same day again. So that's a real possibility. I'd love to be able to go out there and jump in on a round with you guys. That would definitely be it
was great. Oh, you should have seen Bud Orr play. Oh my God, that guy was screaming. Yeah. Matter of fact, he ran by me and I had a chill. That's how fast he was going. Isn't that right, Bud?
Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah. No, it was a blast. I think we helped each other down.
We did. Like I say, I couldn't have been with a better group of guys. It was just incredible. Yeah, I can't say enough about it. So, yeah, honey, we'd like you to jump in with us sometime next year.
That would be amazing. That would absolutely be bucket list for me. I've had the ability to play with Bailey before, and I've also played with Danny a couple times. But that would be really cool to be in with that whole group.
Oh, you'd love these guys. You know, you don't want to show up if you're thin-skinned, but you know what I mean?
Oh, no, that's the best part. I joke all the time. That's my favorite part about hanging out with guys like yourselves, is the story times. I have sat next to Bill and just listened to the stories. We were out at a completely different game. We were out at the K Nation, and we ran into Bud because we're early risers. He was an early riser. He was at the game, and we sat there and just talked. I'm like, I don't even care about the game. I'm having way too much fun just doing this part of it. That was like my favorite part of that whole weekend.
Yeah, well, that's what I said when we all met together in New York for that tournament. I said when we were all together, I felt like I'd already won. Didn't matter how the games went whatsoever. Just being with this group of people was an absolute blessing. Period.
Well, and that's what it's supposed to be at this, especially at this point. Like, I get the competitive part of it, like at the current pro level tournament players. I get that they have to take it very, very seriously. That's their job at that point. But
It is. I did it for years.
Yeah.
So I know all about it.
But there's a certain wonderfulness of it really doesn't matter whether I win or lose. Like none of us, we all talk, oh, it's just fun. We hang out. We all are the same. As soon as we get on the field, the instincts still go in. I joke with Lonnie all the time. I'm like, yeah, we'll go out and play. I'll take it easy. You know, I'm not trying to win anything. I don't care who wins. But then there's that bunker, and it's time to make the move because it's just, you know it is. And then you running up there, and you do this whole thing, and you're shooting, and you make all these moves. You turn around and start walking back after getting hit. And she's way back there going, looking at me like, yeah, taking it easy, huh? And I'm like, well, like you can't even help yourself. It's there, and you've spent your entire life learning that go when that opportunity presents itself, and so you go. And you'll pay with your knees later, but go.
Yeah, it was a terrific time. I just can't say enough about it.
We had fun on and off the field. That's the whole thing of it.
Right.
You know, even the guys we played against were, you walked off with them. I mean, they were happy.
Right.
You know.
And isn't that like
get shot? They're not happy. Yeah. You know.
That's the best. That's absolutely the best.
But that's how it should be. You know, even when I played tournaments, and I mean, the pressure was on all the time. You know, you got pressure from your teammates, you got pressure from your sponsors, the people watching. It doesn't stop. You know, and there's a lot of money involved back in the day. Because when I used to take my team, it cost me about $10,000 a tournament to take them. So so the pressure was always on. But never one time did I not shake. Even when I got beat by that team, I went over and shook their hands and congratulated them. You know. Because that's the way it should be. And same way when we beat some teams, they would come over and shake my hand and congratulate us. And I had nothing but pure respect for those guys afterwards. So, and that's the same way. Go ahead, Bob.
That's the way it was in the old days. You know, every time we played, it was the same thing. You know, over and over.
Right. So, but that's what we want to instill on the younger kids too.
Oh yeah. They've seen a lot of that in New York.
Yeah.
And, I mean, they were looking good, too, all the kids. So
they were. And, we beat a team called the Hellhounds. And the Hellhounds, they half their team the day before got mad and left. So there was only 5 guys left on that team, Hanu. And a bunch of kids jumped in and took over for the 5 guys that left. So I had so much respect for the 5 guys on the Hellhounds that Bill and I had him on the show.
Nice.
Yep. I just that's how it should be, and that's what you want to see, and that's what grows paintball. Period.
Well, that's the ultimate sign of respect and competitiveness. Is that person on the other side? Like I used to do martial art competitions.
Yep. I heard
when I was younger, and I know what I know, and the guy that's the same belt level standing across in the ring knows what he knows. Like he knows as much as I do. So it takes a certain level of guts to get into the ring, knowing that guy is just as good as you are and who can make the right moves to win the thing. And the same thing applies with paintball.
Yeah.
It takes a certain level of guts to get into the arena and compete, whatever the sport or whatever the competition is. And just the fact that you had the guts to get in there and try and to face up against another person or team and compete and complete, no cheating, no, messing with anything, just straight up, let's see who's better today.
Yeah, absolutely right. And you know what? I always wanted to play against somebody that I thought was better than I was. I never, even when I would go play out here, because I'd play every weekend back in the day, and I'd go out with the walk-ons and stuff, and I ended up spending more time giving my stuff away to kids than I actually did out there playing, because it just was not competitive for me. It was just a mindset. I had to be competitive. Guys, we've had Joe sitting in the green room here. I was going to bring him on after Hanu because but Hanu, you sound like you're rolling pretty good, so you're still awake, man. So what do you say we bring Joe on?
Sounds good.
All right, everybody, please welcome Mr. Joe. And what's his last name? Schnelton. Schnelton?
Yeah, Schnelton.
How you doing, Joe?
Doing good, hey guys.
Hey, brother.
You look tired.
I've been working on the fields all day, so I am tired. Yep, a long day.
Hey, I got to tell you, Joe. I want to tell you, I am definitely looking forward to coming and doing that. Bill has talked so much about that. Hey, first of all, I expect you to walk on water because that's how Bill talks about you.
He does.
Bill's kind of full of it, you know.
Yeah, you know what? That's what Bud told me.
That's what two of
Always
us
listen to Bud. You'll never go wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. Heck yeah. Oh,
Yeah, that's a couple good generals you got there.
Oh, it's amazing. And we've had a great couple of years, and we're looking forward to the tiebreaker here. It's going to be a hell of a game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a 2-day event too, correct?
That's correct. Yeah.
And Hanu, yours are 2-day events too, right?
Yeah. I've actually been out to the Monte Casino game. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
A few years back,
cannot
but
wait.
it was really good time.
Yeah, I cannot wait to go do that. You know, the way Bill and Bud and Danny talk about it all the time, it's I'm laying for it. I got to tell you, it's going to be fun.
I think we're all waiting for it. It's like a 2-year reunion. It's like,
Yeah,
God,
no
hurry
kidding.
up and get here.
It's a
damn it.
long
Right.
hiatus. We're ready.
Yeah. Well, you know that's like New York. You know, we talked about doing New York, and it was like 2.5 months away. And
It's
it just
farther
seemed
than
like
that.
a snap of the finger, and we were it was longer than that. It seemed like a snap of the finger, and I was on the plane going to New York. So you know the time goes quick, especially the older you get, the faster it goes, which really sucks.
It's like a roll of toilet paper, huh, bud?
Yeah. Yeah. I like these guys in their 50s always laugh when I say that.
Heck yeah. It does go by. Oh.
So, Joe, I expect you to have a very good crowd this year because Bill's been publicizing it. I've been publicizing it. So we're hoping to
We're
really
hoping.
jam
You
that
never
place
know.
up.
We've been closed for the last year and a half, so we'll be reopening for this event. So it'll be interesting to see. The game's usually in the spring, and we usually have bigger numbers for our spring events. So I'm not sure what kind of effect that's going to have on it. But I know a lot of people have been itching to play, and we're getting a lot of good feedbacks, and registrations are rolling in. So
Yeah, absolutely. I know I got a couple of friends that are up in Canada, and they're planning on coming down too.
Yeah.
So they texted me the other day, and yeah, Jeff Thompson's coming down. Some of the Booney Boys are coming down. So that will be very, very cool.
Yeah. It's going to be like a reunion for sure.
Yeah, and Joe, Gary Jones says hi to you.
hey, Gary.
Yeah. But
Yeah, I'm hoping Gary will be there.
you might tell everybody, Joe, what all different that we've been able to accomplish so far on your hiatus.
Well, we've got a new Abbey that we're wrapping up, so that'll be the first time we played it over there at the cliff for the cliff mission. So you've added some new flags down there. Man, we've done a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
It's hard to remember everything we've done. I
Yeah.
doubled the size of the pavilion, so we've got a bigger place to party and hang out in inclement weather. Not that we would ever have bad weather for Monty, but that's more
As
area
long
to
as we're
cover there.
together, the sun shines on us 24 hours a day.
Yeah, I noticed that last one you went to, Bill, the sun was shining.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I won't go there.
Whole time. But it was still fun, and you know what? None of the players were negative about it. Everybody was just happy to be out there playing. They could care less, how the weather was. It's not just the weather; it's who you're with. I think,
Yeah, absolutely.
and just playing the game.
Yeah, and it's going to be that way at Monte Casino, and it's going to be that way at Hanu's too. The same thing. It's just the people make it. That's why I love the big games so much. I love the tournament that we went to in New York for the simple reason is I didn't go there expecting to win. I went there expecting to be with all my friends that I hadn't been with for a lot of years. And it just worked out great for me. Schloss thought we were going to win, Yeah. Tim,
I did too. I was ready.
Yeah.
I thought for sure.
Yeah, we're going to go up and get it. I go, yeah, Tim. But I won the minute I pulled in that parking lot and see Bud and Tim and you, and that was the win. So
it's the way to. There's a fire pit out there, at Paintball to Go, and it'll see 300 now because of the pavilion, So there's going to be a lot of stories told around this fire pit,
Sound like a bonfire.
Yeah, it is. But it's so big though. It's amazing now. And Joe says he built the Abbey, and this isn't a small building anymore. This thing is like damn near to scale. It's huge, and it's the cliff it's overlooking. I say a cliff, you can slide down it. It's what 80 feet down, probably.
At least, yeah. I'm amazed at some of the people that crawl up and down that thing.
Yeah, you can. It's basically a slide. It's not like you're going to just fall off. You can slide right down it.
Have you crawled up it, Bill?
I don't crawl up it anymore. There was a time in my life I might have tried. And there's a time that I've rolled down it also. But you can shoot without a flat line probably 250 to 300 feet out because you have that elevation. And down there's trenches and there's fat man compliant trees. I mean, these trees are huge.
Well, you'd need that, otherwise you'd start it up before you stop rolling.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I'd never stop.
Hey guys, we got the other general that just jumped in with us.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, now I'm going to put him on, so we got to be careful now. Him and Bud Boy, they go back and forth.
I know.
Please welcome Mr. Dan Colby.
How you doing, guys?
How you doing, Danny?
Good. Sorry for the delay, man. Me and technology, we don't go hand in hand.
Oh, it's no problem, man. You would have, the way Bud was into you, good thing you waited.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He's a tough guy, man.
Who's going to win this year, Dan?
Me.
I don't know. I mean, I got to tell you, I think we got a good chance this year, but I don't know. I thought we had a good chance last year too, but he showed me I was wrong. So,
Hey, Dad, you know who's going to win? We are.
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's you and I, right?
Bud froze up.
See, I froze my name. He didn't know what to say.
That's the pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Danny, we've been talking about big games. The one that Joe's having, Monte Casino, and then the one Hanu's going to have. He's having one in Maryland, and then he's having the other one in Hawaii. Now, remember, I told you got to make that one. You and Mary.
Yes.
Yeah. Pencil this in, man.
Danny, you got to be there.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm still calling BS on the fact that I've known Danny now for 15 years, which is nowhere near as long as you guys have. But the only time I've ever seen the man with sleeves is when he's on the show.
Yeah.
Like he's my sleeveless brother. Like
that's because he's got those big guns, man. He's got those big guns. Well, I go with a shirt like that, and someone comes up and go, "Hey, man, there's a thread hanging out of your shirt." And go, "Oh, it's your arm. I'm sorry."
Danny made it okay when we go play. All these guys are in these like fancy outfits or long sleeve jerseys and all that. Danny and I are sitting there like, if I can get him to wear shorts, man, it'd be like right there.
That's a tough call there.
Yeah, man. I love you like a brother, but I don't do shorts or moccasins, man. You know what I mean? But I love you. I swear to God. But that's how it goes. But no, hey, man. It was always good shooting with you.
Yeah, man.
All these places, and it was always you and I. It was always a great time with you. You know what I mean? And wherever you go, you have a following of guys. You know what it is? It states good people draw good people along with them, and with a good personality and a good thing and good times that you have, you bring that vibe with people, and people that associate with you carry that vibe that you put out there. So it's a cool thing. So I always enjoy myself when I hang out with you, man.
I appreciate it, dude. We always do have a good time.
Well, that's what we were talking about before you came on, was the time that we had in New York. What's funny is I'm sitting here. We got the two generals, and the game is in between you two. That is so cool, because Joe is Monte Casino, and then there's the two generals on both sides.
Hey, there you go.
He's got to keep them apart so they don't beat each other up.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
They go after each other. I'm stepping back.
Yeah.
What's scary is they both got real swords now, so if it's a draw, they can just duel the last man, see what happens.
I love that.
There you go.
I love that.
Jake was asking me today what will happen if there's a tie, so I guess we'll get the swords out, huh?
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Oh yeah. This show's turning south now.
That's going to be a lot different, at Monte Casino. I think it's game 5 on the back field when we're playing the big hillside. Game 5 is usually a real mean battle for that little corner. It's a lower corner. I don't know, Bud, if you and Dan remember that little corner.
Oh yeah.
Now that flag base that's 3 bases now. It goes across that open field. There's a flag base in the middle of the field and then a flag base on the other side of that. So that battle is actually for all 3 of those flag bases. So that's something.
So you got to capture all 3 flags, not just a single flag.
No, you get points for each flag.
Ah, got it.
It's separate, so it still amounts to that 100 points, but it's a time deal. You have to have X amount of flags. You got to have 2 out of 3, to get those points. So,
got it.
Yeah, so
very cool. Yeah, Bobby Durst just jumped in, said that they were going to drive down. They were going to fly down, but I think they're going to drive down from Canada to be at that game. Oh, so that should be pretty cool. And Stephen Snow just jumped in, everybody.
Well, hey, Bobby, do the speed limit and stay away from police. If there's emergency vehicles, go way around them.
There's a story behind that too, isn't there?
Oh, no.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah. It involves Bud's rental car. If he wouldn't have loaned it to me, I wouldn't have gotten in trouble.
So it's on Bud.
I left the hotel. I loaned him my car to go to back to the field, and I guess he had he tried to run over a cop or something. I'm not sure what that was all about. But the guy chased him down. He didn't like it, so he gave him a ticket. And so I came in the next morning, and it's freezing. I mean, it's cold. It snowed, and I'm normal. I can't stand cold. But anyway,
cold to Bud is 84 degrees.
I looked over at my car, and the only car in the whole parking lot there's no snow on it at all. Well, Bill was so pissed off that he forgot to turn the key off. So it ran all night with the heater on. So I just jumped in it and got nice and warm.
He was thinking of you. He was thinking of you, Bud.
Oh yeah, no, he was way ahead of me. He was doing a good job. But,
see, that's the kind of stuff you get around the campfire, right there. That type of story.
Well, it's 80 degrees, and Bud's like, I got to go in and get a jacket.
I'm with Bud.
I'm with Bud too.
Oh my God, I had a blast, though, man. I'll tell you, I still talk about it. It's one of the funnest places I ever played paintball. And I mean, you don't have to walk nowhere, and you don't have to walk to get air. I mean, they got
on the field, buddy. All over the place.
Fantastic
progressors out there.
I mean, they waited on hand and foot. If you want paint, just ask Joey. He'll get it for you.
And pancakes.
It does help. It helps a little bit.
I wanted to mention that, Joe.
Yeah, don't expect that everywhere.
Yeah.
I got a game to run.
Yeah. He thought people were falling ahead of him. They were bowing.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. You guys are humbling me.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a great field to play in, and I had just caught in the tail end of what you guys were talking about, that ravine, where it came down. And, when I looked at that, I thought that was like the coolest thing. It looked like a subterranean type of field or some shit, man. I mean, we're walking straight, and all of a sudden you look down, there's like a whole new area, man. I mean, shit, we don't see that in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So to me, it was really cool. And the cool thing about that is to get down there. I mean, it's a slide, man. I mean, all you got to do, there's small enough trees that you can hang on to and get down there quick enough and make a difference on that game. It's a great, great field, man. You know what I mean? And then everywhere you go, because you finally get into a good fight, and all of a sudden you run out of ammo. Now you got to walk back like 10 miles. You know what I mean? And by that time, forget about it. You're not coming back. You know what I mean? So but over there, man, you got air. Every time I turn around, there's an air station, there's paint, there's everything that you could have possibly needed. It was right there. I mean, so you can keep your adrenaline level up. You don't have to walk back and cool down and then go back into it. You know what I mean? Your shit is still right, and you could go back in, get tight enough, over there, and go back out there and still feel that level of, you're still on top of that. That's why that joint is so cool. Besides that fact, that you got something I still need to get from my car is that simulator. That what do you call that, man? I mean, Bill, help me on that.
The MG42 simulator.
Oh yeah, the machine gun simulator. Yeah, that thing's intense. Caleb Begley built that for us. Yeah.
And we want to feel like a 1500 Ram, not just. Wow. No, you gotta hear it. Once you hear that thing, you would laugh, and I just every time I heard it, I just laughed. So yeah, it's an intense thing for that game. The people are friendly, and the nice thing about that is everybody goes there. The same thing with Hano and his crowd people. The people are there really want to be there, and they want to have a good time. You don't have any bad attitudes there. Something. If you drop a pod, a guy's going to come back with a pot and say, here, take a pot of paint, man. Get back with me. That's the nice thing about these games and the people who run them and run them nice and right.
You're absolutely right.
And, I have to say, Hano has been I've been going to his games for years, you know what I mean? And I think he runs out enjoying this why I always got there. And Joe, I got to tell you, I was so impressed. When I got into your place, the way you and Angie treated everybody, you made it exactly how everybody intended it to be, as in like a family structure. Everybody felt at home. And that was the thing about Monte Casino that you could take away from you, is that you not only walk in here, maybe with a buddy or two or three, maybe, you know what I mean? But you walk home with a pocket full of numbers, man. I mean, the people that go there are so cool, and they're so adverse from everywhere. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah, man, it's a great time. Look forward to it. Yeah. Look forward to hooking up with you, Hano, man, and do some things with you. But on the real deal, man, I mean, this thing is coming up real quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Actually, not quick enough. I wish it was this weekend.
No,
amazing.
Let's get it first.
Yeah, I got on Joe's website and was checking it all out, man. You can even get your own porta potty.
Yeah,
that's right. That's been amazingly popular. Actually, I threw that up there on a whim, and it's been really popular.
It's funny too. Is when I was in New York, man, I was so impressed because they had little sinks in there, and I found out that was a urinal.
Yeah. Don't lick the candy soap there.
Yeah.
Those breath mints, you don't want those, huh?
It is. Yeah, I go in the one, I open it up, and the guy's got a stick, and he's reaching down in there, and I go, "What are you doing?" He goes, "I dropped my jacket down there." I go, "Buddy, your jacket's no good." He goes, "I know that." He goes, "But there's a sandwich in my pocket." So
Dan, you were talking about our players, and that's really the thing that's best about our game. But we've kind of worked hard to cultivate that over the years. I don't want to have the biggest game, but for us, I want to have the best game. Friendly, oriented towards kids, having a great time. And the older I get, the worse I get about this. I just tell people, if you're an asshole, you can stay home. I don't need your money.
Right on.
We would much rather have a small, amazing game than a large game full of a bunch of bad actors. So
you can actually get a lot of people, though, Joe. You can have a big group and still have that many nice guys too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We have 500 something players these last couple of games, and they've been great. So it's attracting the right element, and just the word gets out, and the event almost polices itself now, because I've had guys coming out and playing for 15, 20 years out there at these scenario events, and they know how I feel, how I want the game ran, and there's a lot of issues that get resolved before I ever get there. Because these guys have been coming, and they know what I expect and what we'll tolerate and what we won't. So it's having that core player base, that really makes the events. I really believe that.
The two generals you got too. The two generals you got. They're no mess around guys either.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Bud and Dan are two nice guys. They'll smile and give you the shirt off their back, but you do something, man, they'll take your head right off their shoulders. Yeah,
Well,
Jesus.
this is important. This is an important thing, and something that's
Yeah.
a positive thing for people. And for me to invite people to have people to come over and they were jerks, it would reflect bad on me. So everybody that we try to talk to and everybody that I know that we all try to communicate to is that people are on a positive mindset. You know what I mean? That it's a good group of people. I mean, I don't think any one of us here on the screen is going to invite an asshole. You know what I mean? To the game. You know what I mean? Just to see. Let's see Joe's reaction on how he's going to handle this one, huh? No, that's not what it's about. I mean, it's really there to have a good time, to laugh, to make new contacts and friends, and that's exactly what happened to me since I've been there. And big fan.
Well, yeah, and plus, we're going to get a lot of us back together again too. And the same way at Hanu's event, we'll all get a lot of us back together at Hanu's event, and that's a special time right there, Danny. So,
yeah.
It just makes for a good time. That's why big games are so much fun. Tournaments. I still like tournaments. Don't get me wrong, but if you're looking for a good time, no pressure, meet a bunch of great people, and have a good shootout, big games are the ones.
Yeah,
and Monte Casino and Hanu's are two I am definitely looking forward.
Wait till you see their cook shack at Monte Casino.
Oh, yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's
My brother-in-law Adam's done amazing things with that.
It's like Adam's gone to all these where they have the food trucks, and he's picked the coolest shit out of each truck, and then he's like, let's see how big we can make them. So you come out with these things that are just ginormous, and you can't eat it all by yourself. You have to let other people eat it.
Yeah, he smokes all his own meat, smoked chicken, smoked pork, and he makes those stuffed jalapeno poppers and homemade cookies, and just
So Bill actually
makes it
past that to the field, then, huh? You actually make it past? I'm just curious.
I do a lot of stuff in the parking lot.
It depends. Are they selling the zebra cakes? Because if you're selling zebra cakes, Bailey's not going anywhere.
They give me zebra cakes. Everybody brings me zebra cakes.
It's like Scooby snacks for you.
Yep.
Bill is the closest one to the cook shack. His camper is with a stone's throw from the cook shack. He moves it closer every year.
Not an accident.
That all makes sense.
That's right. That is not an accident.
Keep making the pavilion bigger. I'm not getting closer.
I'm crowding you out.
It's growing. So you're taking away our RV lane. It's like,
Yeah, I watched the video of the last one. I seen Bud up on stage and I seen Dan up on stage, and then they showed a picture of the crowd, and even the crowd afterwards, it looked like it was still pretty good size.
Oh yeah.
A lot of them hung around.
Great people that go to that event. I mean, you mentioned something about big games and so on and so forth, and people did tournaments, and it's in the beginning before big games. That's you really wanted to play. That was the only way to play. Really is that. And then something I got out of the pro. I didn't play the pro, but with Air America and stuff like that, we always supported that pro series, right? So when I got out of Air America, I had some time, and I think Hano was the first game that I really got to play in a big game series.
Yep.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, we played the Windy City Classic against each other.
Yeah.
I had such a good time. I never looked back.
I beat him by 25 points and thought I won like a gold medal. Barely beat him by one flag. Thought it was the greatest accomplishment of my entire life.
Well, I got to tell you, the best time I ever had was at a big game until I went to New York. New York with Bud and Dan and Tim Schloss and everybody that was there that was a memory that I'll have forever. But the second one is a big game, and that was at Tim Schloss's big game. And so I'm looking to make some great memories now at Monte Casino and at Hanu's games.
Yeah.
Hey, Danny.
Hey.
Yes.
Fred invited me to jump in and play one of those tournaments with you guys.
Absolutely.
Oh, that'd be awesome as hell, man. That'd be great. Are you gonna do it?
I think I'm gonna, yeah. If it works out where the schedule works out, I'd be thrilled to do it.
That'd be so fucking. That'd be so cool, man.
Yeah, we've had some fun, so that would be great.
Yeah, we always have a great time. You know what I mean? I
Oh,
can
yeah.
take the fucking shirt off and I can wear no sleeves no more, and we can hang out and go get some Welch. You know what I mean?
And,
My
and, then,
man.
and then you can get some more Budor stories that you can't get on screen. You
No,
know,
they're the
they're
the
just
best.
funny
That's
as
my
hell.
favorite part of all these things for me is, I mean, it's like the Paintball Hall of Fame, which a lot of you are involved in, members.
Wait, we're not talking about our conversation.
Yeah, but to me, it's just the coolest part of it because I learn something new all the time. And I learn how certain situations happen, and you never hear the backstory. You just, okay, well, this is why this is like this, and this is what we do. And okay, and then somebody lays out the story of how we got there. It's like, oh, okay, that makes more sense now. Like, I can see how that happened. And the craziness that everybody went through to get us where we are is
Oh yeah.
cool.
Well, that's why I mentioned these guys' names, Hanu, at the beginning of the show, because all the young kids nowadays they just don't understand. How when we first started this playing paintball, I took a lot of heat from a lot of people everywhere I'd travel. It's a war game. Oh, you're killing people.
Mhm.
So we had to downplay that an awful lot. And
Right.
guys like Bud and guys like Danny and Tim Schloss and even Bill. I didn't know Bill until this year, but these other guys I've known a long time, and I know how hard they work to build a sport and make it what it is today. So that's why I mention these guys at the beginning of all my shows. I just want to keep driving it into young people's minds
Mhm.
that they're enjoying something that these guys work their butts off to make possible.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. I got to get going, guys. It's kind of laid out this way. Thank
All
you
right,
very
Hunter.
much for having me on.
Hey,
My
man, it's
pleasure.
really good to see you. I hope we get together, right? We get
Soon,
some-
man. Soon.
We will.
I
And
hope
Joe,
so,
have a
man.
fantastic event. I've been out to your field. It's a great time. Good luck with the event. I know you've been waiting for it. I'm happy you get to finally kick it off. It's going to be great. The players are going to love it.
Hunter, one more
Appreciate
time.
that. Thank
Your next event coming up in Maryland.
Is Endless Legends, and it's the 8th, 9th, and 10th. So second weekend, and then
Of
February
which month?
of October.
There you go.
There you go. And then February 11th through the 13th, 2022, will be on Maui.
Sounds good, buddy.
Man, awesome.
Yeah, DJ, I appreciate very much you being on tonight, partner.
Thank you very much. You guys have a great night.
You be well, man. Stay.
Yep.
All right, take
Hang
it
loose,
easy.
brother.
Have a good one. Take care.
Great talk.
Mr. DJ
Hey,
Hanu
Dan?
Fox.
Oh,
Go
Hey,
ahead.
Dan.
Yes.
One of my favorite stories from the first Monte Casino was talking to your son, John, because he was wanting to play. And he said, usually you'll come back and run the stand, and he gets to play most of the day. And there wasn't an hour you weren't on the field. And he was telling me he just couldn't believe it. He was so shocked. So that was one of I have many favorite memories from you and Bud coming out to that first Monte. But that night, you and Bud on the front lines the entire weekend, I was just amazed. I thought you guys were going to be these figureheads, to kind of the mascots and be hanging out at the camp. But you guys were on the field all day, every day, and it was such a cool thing to see.
no,
Well, we're gonna do that. You don't think Buddy's the type to sit down and watch you go down, right? I mean, he's got to be part of it. You know what I mean? No matter what happens, he's part of it. I'm going to tell you that right now.
What
So,
always is, yes, absolutely.
as far as money goes, we were having such a great time. Bud to speak for himself. There was nobody even thought about going in. I mean, there was so much fun out onto that field. It's like Vegas. You don't realize what time it is because it just goes by so fast. Same
Yeah.
thing on Monty. There was, man, we were out the entire day. I mean, from start to finish.
Yep.
I mean, Bud and I. You know what I mean?
Yes, both of
And,
you.
it was fantastic. I mean, there's no way that I could. I mean, yeah, it's a battle between me and him, and we're on that field all day, and that's it, man. I mean, we don't sit around and hide behind the bunker. We're out there. We're out there doing our thing, man. I mean,
Minnie Bear was one of Bud's bodyguards, and she come running back, and she's like, we got to go on a mission with Bud, and he blew up stuff at the rocket depot. He really blew stuff up, and I just started laughing. I'm like, oh shit.
Oh, her and Corn Dog were on last week, right?
Yeah.
Oh, she was so funny. Hey, I mean, she was cracking up. Even in the green room when we were talking, I could just see her laughing away. Her and her brother.
Yeah.
Hey, I can't wait to meet them. That's going to be pretty cool too.
Oh, geez.
So, Bud, you're looking forward to it, I take it?
Bud's froze up again.
Uh-oh. Can you hear me, Bud?
I'm back.
Oh, you always
Thank
freeze up
you.
with such a good look on your face.
He's giving Simon Cole a run for his money, huh?
I'm out in the middle of nowhere. You know, it's
Well, you're
dark
actually,
now.
yeah, you're doing pretty good though. Actually, like I think I said earlier, you freeze up. You always got a smile on your face. Me, I look like I just sucked on a lemon or something.
Yeah,
What,
but
what can you have but a smile on your face? All these guys, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm happy.
That's very true, buddy.
where Bud's at, they don't have the internet. They're still using smoke signals.
All right, smart ass.
He's gonna double tap you for that one.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, shit.
So where are you heading from there? You're going to, as a matter of fact, I think Schloss is in Oklahoma, isn't he right now, Billy?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, he's
I wish
doing the
I
race.
could go- I wish I could go visit him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a race car. He wanted me to go to Indianapolis. I guess he's going to have it in Indianapolis next month. And he goes, oh, you got to come and check it out. He goes, we're going to be at the Speedway, but I might play a tournament here, so I don't know if I can get to that.
Now he does have his two cars. Basically says play paintball.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with him and spend a week with him racing. I think he invited me. So I'm gonna do it. So
Are you going to do the one in Indianapolis at the
you're
Speedway?
locked up again. Damn.
Oh, well, your lips are still moving.
I'm gonna go out and rub two sticks together. Maybe that'll help.
Yeah.
I gotta love it. Yeah, you're coming across pretty good now. Are you going to go which? Go ahead.
Hey Joe, save me some compressors, man.
Hey, I don't worry. I've always got things to work on,
Oh yeah, man.
and
Hey,
they've been
Bobby-
sitting for a while. So
Bobby Durst just asked, how far is Monte Casino from the airport?
About an
Because
hour.
I guess if you go into St. Louis, it's actually closer, huh?
Yeah, it's just a little over an hour.
I tell you,
Hour and a half.
Monte Casino is absolutely the spot to go, the game to be at. I mean, this is, if you're going to pencil in a few games through the year, a lot of scenario guys, what they'll do is they'll pick out a couple games they're going to intend to for the year, and that's it. Monte Casino's on top of that list.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
definitely waiting.
I mean, Joe and Angie, I mean, it probably took a while, but man, I mean, I have never met not only the people themselves, Joe and Jackie, are really super cool people. Okay, just by that, and what they do is that the staff, everybody, and the people themselves. I mean, I don't care who you were, or what you were doing. Everybody tripped over themselves in order to be friendly, cool, and nice. I mean, same thing out in the field. I mean, I would run out of paint and people would toss you tubes. And it's not because of who I was. I was behind a mask. They couldn't tell. You know what I mean? It was just people. People are so cool with that game. It's just amazing. And so it was really easy for, I think, Bud and myself to stay on that field all day is because of the participation with all the other players and the involvement we had. The time went by really quick because we were so involved with the players.
Yeah.
And so there really was no time to go back out to the staging area. And I pretty much assume it's going to be exactly the same way this year, too. I mean, a lot of the people.
Bobby Dust just chimed in and from Canada, and he says, when Bud tells us to come, we come. So that's the Booney Boys.
No, we had a blast. Even we had a flat on our wheelchairs. I mean, Joe's right there pumping them back up, man. I mean, he's cool.
I'm here for you. I'm here for you.
Oh yeah, I know you. Yeah.
I love it.
Hey, that
We love you guys.
Joe's got a big family, and all of them work there, or I don't even know if they even work there, but they're there and they're having as much fun as we're having, and it's just awesome. So
Yeah.
Very
and
cool. Very cool.
I appreciate going back this year. I mean, I hated missing last year, but this year's going to be
We all
fun.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it big time too. Well, guys, we've run past our hour here. I'm going to start with you, Joe. I want you to tell everybody your website, give everybody the dates, and I know I am looking forward to being there. And, partially because, Bud and Danny are going to be there, but I've heard so much about your field and so much about your organization and so much about the way you run everything. The amount of the air stations and stuff you have on there, it just blew my mind when they were telling me about it. So I am definitely looking forward to it.
We put a lot of time and effort into trying to give the players the best experience possible. I went and played a few big games, and I took what I liked, and I took what I didn't like and tried to make it better. One of the things I didn't like was taking 15 minutes to walk back up to the front to get air. So we try to keep air on the field within easy walking distance from the battle. So you can get shot, go to your reinsertion point, get air, and be back in there. And that's you can play as much or as little as you want. Got some guys will hang out in the campground and just have a good time, and for the guy that wants to hit it hard all weekend, we do everything we can do to make that possible. But the game is September 11th and 12th. The website is paintballtogo.com. That's paintballtogo.com. People will be showing up. I say Friday night to start camping. Some people will show up earlier to reserve their paper spot, and that's fine. But if you show up early, I will put you to work. The very first time Bud was on site, within 5 minutes, he was in the back of my shop rebuilding compressors. So, I'm not afraid to put people to work.
Loved it.
I think I seen him welding on a tractor too once.
He did. He welded a rake for me that goes behind a tractor. Yeah. You just never know. You never know. I try to keep him busy,
Yeah. Hey, what a great bunch of guys, though, huh, Joe?
Absolutely. I can't. I feel like we've reached the pinnacle just having these two guys come out and all the wonderful things they've said about our fields. It's just so humbling, and I get emotional whenever they get up and talk about how much it reminds them of where paintball started for them.
Yes.
And that's really what we try to go for. We're definitely an old school field. I grew up out playing in the woods as a kid playing paintball, and we just love that feeling. We try to add to it, and the game's getting bigger and bigger. But we just want everybody to have a good time. It's a kind of place where you can bring your kids, you can bring your buddy, you can bring 50 friends with you. You can bring just yourself, and you're going to fit in and have a good time. Because as I said earlier, I weed out the troublemakers. I tell them to go home, and I'll do it again. I don't have a problem with that. So we want to have a good time. When I stop having fun, we're done. And my 12-year-old son and all his little cousins are out there playing now. And if they're not having a good time, I'm not having a good time, so, and those kids are having a blast. And that's what it's all about. It's about the new, younger generation. And I want people that are going to be out there and support them and lift them up and make sure they're having the best possible time, and Dan and Bud are just the epitome of the kind of generals you want to put that type of vibe out there, because they take these little guys with them right up to the front line, and it's amazing. It touches my heart, they just seeing all the youngsters out there, and it's just that's what's going to keep the game alive and growing.
It is, absolutely. And I feel like I've already been there, Joe. Between Bud telling me and Danny telling me about the field and Bill telling me about the Eat Shack, it just I feel like I've been there already. So, Joe, I appreciate very much you coming on tonight. I am definitely looking forward to coming in and doing your big game there. I hope you'll let Bill and I go live while we're there.
Sure, absolutely.
I would like to set up and go live.
That is something else we do. We do have a Top Gun tournament, and you do have to use a WGP sniper. The person that wins it is going to win a marker, and it's free. The first 75 people that register while they're there, or however we decide. I don't remember how we decide to do it, Joe. But we'll get 75 players, and they'll play, one against one. And then we determine the winner, and they take all.
That's a lot of fun. And you supply the guns, right, Bill?
Yes, we supply all the guns. You're not allowed to bring your own. You have to use one of our WGP snipers. And they've all got little 50-round hoppers, all the exact same barrels, the exact same gun. No modifications.
Very cool.
And we'll also have the old school museum, and it'll be totally set up there. It'll be the first time we've set the entire thing up. So. We're going to have everything there.
That's something else I can't wait to see.
Yeah, it's massive.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Yeah, pretty cool.
All right, Joe. Well, we appreciate very much you coming on tonight and talking about it. I know we're all looking forward to going there, and I know there's been a lot of interest, people chiming in that are going to go there, even people from Canada. So it should be a lot of fun.
Great. It's going to be an epic game. It's going to be one for the history books. I'm real interested to see which one of these two amazing guys is going to come out on top. It's a rivalry, but it's a very friendly rivalry. So it's not so much on the field.
That's what I'm telling everybody. We made history in New York, and now we're going to make history in Illinois at your field. Yeah. So looking forward to it.
Absolutely.
All right, Joe. You have a good evening.
Joe, I'll see you next week.
Yep.
Thanks, Joe. We'll see you later, man.
Later, brother.
Good talking to you guys. I can't wait to see you in a couple months.
Yeah, looking forward to it. See you, Joe.
Awesome.
All right. Wow, that was pretty cool. I can't wait to meet him face to face. It's going to be pretty sharp.
Yeah, he's a great guy. I'll tell you.
Well, look who he's got for the two generals. He knows how to pick them.
Yeah.
Hey, look at he froze up without a smile. I said Bud froze up without a smile that time.
It's a great thing to be able, to go out and play that game with Bud, and the being is he's always out there. Because I like to stay out there and I like to shoot people.
Yeah.
So. And Bud is always out there. So we make an entire day out of it. And the thing about that is you go to another game to sit like that and the general is not there. They take off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just like, where the hell are they? You know what I mean? You want to go shoot the guy and he's gone. You know what I mean? So, and you don't hear that with Bud and I. We're always standing out. You know what I mean?
A big thing is, Danny, you and Bud, so many people know you, but have never got a chance to meet you or see you in person. It's one thing to look at you on the screens, another thing to look at you in a picture in a magazine or something like that. But it's totally different when you're standing right next to you guys and get to take a picture with you or shake a hand with you. Look at New York. How many people were made happy because you guys took pictures with them. You guys took the time to talk to them. You shook their hands. See, that's what really makes the event is stuff like that. There's going to be a lot of people there. I'm sure a lot have met you, but a lot that haven't met you. And that's going to be so high on their list to do. That's going to be on their bucket list. So I'm blessed. I know both you guys. So I'm one of the luckiest guys out there. I got to say that much. But, there's a lot of people that are going to get to meet you face to face. You watch it. They're going to absolutely love it.
Oh, yeah.
You got to love these guys.
Looking forward to it.
Yep, you betcha.
Well, you guys are the best of the best. Period. So
thank you.
I love you guys. There's no doubt about it. Yeah. So, all right, guys. Well, I guess we're going to shut her down here. So, Mr. Bud Orr, hey, Bud, thanks for jumping in tonight. You actually made it through. I know people that have internet that didn't do as good as you did tonight, man.
Well, he's in his mobile command center, so.
Hell of a command center, huh?
Oh, yeah. I was in and out, I just jump in and out,
Yeah, but it was pretty good. I got guys, I did a show. I had people in Sacramento, California, 50 miles away from me, and their internet kept freezing up. It was just lousy. So you did really good, bud. But I appreciate so much you taking the time to come on tonight with us.
Oh, I love it. I was excited to be on it for sure.
Well, I'll let you say goodbye to everybody.
All right, you take care of yourself, and thanks to me. Another great show, and see you guys. Little brother, we'll meet on
right now. All right.
Love you to death. All right.
Love you too. Love you too, bud.
Take care.
I see you, bud. Good night.
Take care.
Mr. Bud Orr, my big brother. I got to tell you, what a guy, huh?
Hell of a guy to have your back. Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Good
He's
guy.
just the best of the best. I like I say, I'm so proud to know you guys. It's amazing. Even when I go places and your names come up, I go, yeah, I know them guys. And people just look at me like it's something, like I'm something special because I know you guys. I just absolutely love that. Period. So, Danny, I'm glad you made it tonight.
Yeah, me too, man. It was rough, but I told you I'd be there, and I didn't want to let you down. So we moved heaven and earth to get on here. You know what I mean? And as I said, I'm technically challenged to begin with. You know what I mean? So
I know John's there somewhere.
Oh no, he's 100%. I got his feathers. That's why he has tie stripes right here, man. I had him on him. I tied them together, so I can't do too much without that kid, man. It's a shame. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's a great kid.
Yeah, man. He's a really, really good kid, and he's really smart with this crap. You know what I mean? And I don't get it, but he does, and that's all that matters. I don't have to get it, do I?
Right on, Danny. Well, hey, buddy,
right.
Thanks again for coming on, and thank John for getting you on. I appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. Sorry it took so long, man.
It's okay. It's all good.
I'm really sorry, but
it's all good, brother. All good.
Technical difficulties,
Yeah. I got that on a recording. Actually. That happens so much to me.
Stand by.
All right, Danny. You have a good evening, buddy.
See you, Dan.
Gentlemen, take care. We'll talk to you real soon.
Yeah.
All right. Bye-bye now. Good night.
See ya.
Mr. Dan Colby from Immortal Air. Yeah, I guess you could see that small banner I got behind me, too. His son John sent me that. I'm sure Danny sent it to me, too, but I think John got it in the mail. So, man, Bud and Dan having them guys on, it's just incredible, Billy.
He's awesome.
And,
I was walking through Walmart with Bud, and he was wearing one of the blue Make Paintball Great Again shirts.
Uh-huh.
And this kid looks at it. He's walking by. He goes, "That's an awesome shirt." And Bud just smiled. It was funny. He's like, "Yeah."
Oh, you gotta love it, man.
Yeah.
What a great group of people. We're blessed. That's for sure, buddy.
Yep.
Absolutely are.
Awesome players.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And just what they've done for the sport of paintball is just incredible. It's just
not just the sport. It's what they do for everybody.
Absolutely, yeah. You're absolutely right. That's a much better way to put it.
They're two mentors that they'll never know the full grasp of what
I know.
What
I tell
everybody.
I tell them that all the time, Bill, and they're always going, no. So, well, right on, Bill. It was a pretty good show, buddy.
Yep, it was awesome.
Hey, it looks like dinner time for me. I love the banner too, pal.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it'll look good on the side of the tent,
Yeah, I cannot wait. I
Either
cannot
can
wait
I.
to go inside of that. Well, just Monte Casino is going to be fun, but I can't wait to see your setup in there too.
See the
I've
collection.
seen, yeah.
Well, hey, Kenny Stewart's going to be there. I'm able to leave my entire Titman wall here. I don't have to bring it because Kenny's bringing his. He's going to set up with me. So
very cool.
We've got some guys bringing stuff, and
Yeah, I can't wait to meet Kenny face to face too.
Yep. Oh, he's a great guy.
He is absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, Billy. You have
All
a
right.
good evening. Tell Susan I said hi.
Will do. Get something to eat.
I'm going to, believe me.
All righty.
All right, buddy. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Ran a little long as usual. What a great group of people tonight. That was Mr. William Bailey, my co-host. Just an absolutely terrific person. Can't ever say enough about him. Can't say enough about all the people I've had on there tonight. So remember Monte Casino and remember Hanu's, DJ Hanu's. He's got an event in Maryland coming up in October. And then in February, Maui, Hawaii. So anyhow, if you get a chance, you're going to definitely want to go there and check it out. But Monte Casino in September in Illinois. If you guys can make it, come out and hang out with us. You get to meet Dan, get to meet Bud Orr the legend. You're going to love it. So anyhow, until next Tuesday evening at 7 o'clock Pacific time, please tune in. Remember, next week is PBSL. We're going to have the guy that's running it right now, Freddy from, hope I said that right, from Southern California. And then we're going to have NorCal's own Mr. Sam Wyrek. And obviously there will be other guests on too. So next Tuesday, 7 o'clock Pacific time. Until then, please play hard, play safe, play fair, but get out there and let's play paintball. All right? Good evening, everybody.